"Sir, this lemonade is for you," a young boy said quietly. The tired police officer looked at the cup and shook his head. "Sweetheart, I'm sorry, I don't have any money to pay for this." But the 12-year-old boy smiled proudly and said, "Sir, you protect people like us every day. The least I can do is give you one drink." The officer slowly took the lemonade. His uniform was dusty and worn, like a man who had been through a long battle. He looked at the boy and said softly, "Thank you, I will never forget this." The boy owned a tiny roadside lemonade stand, just a small wooden table, a few lemons, and a simple cream, but it was the only way he could survive. Every day he worked there alone, hoping life would one day get better. But 1 year later, everything suddenly changed. One morning, as the boy opened his stand, 2 police officers arrived without warning and began tearing the little shop apart. The boy panicked and cried, "Sir, please, I didn't do anything wrong. Why are you destroying my shop?" One officer replied firmly, "Running a shop on this roadside is against city regulations." The boy sat on the ground beside the broken stand, staring at the scattered lemons and broken wood, believing in that moment that all his dreams were over. Then the officers gently said, "Come with us." Confused and scared, the boy stepped into their police van. A few minutes later, the van stopped in front of a beautiful restaurant. The boy looked around in shock and whispered, "Sir, why did you bring me here?" One officer smiled and said, "Because starting today, this restaurant belongs to you." The boy stood frozen. Then another officer stepped forward. It was the same officer who once received that free lemonade. He looked at the boy and said softly, "I never forgot the day you helped me when I had nothing." Tears filled the boy's eyes as he hugged the officer tightly and whispered, "I thought my dream was over, but today you brought it back." Sometimes the smallest act of kindness can change someone's life forever. That little boy gave just one simple cup of lemonade, but life returned something far greater, because kindness always finds its way back. So tell me, do you believe kindness always comes back? If you do, comment, "Kindness returns."